Good evening, everyone. Right now, it's 8:02 on March 15th, the Ides of March. Way I want a rug from New Sahara. Oh, for today, have fun out there. Alright, here we are on the Ides of March, where something terrible has to happen. Because it is the Ides of March. So let's go blow up something, shall we? Goodbye, Bobbert. House explode. Alright. Let's praise a Helix. And let's get to work. Oh, so it did rain yesterday, so we're gonna have, what, 5 gyroids today? Nah, 4. Still a fair few. Oh, we got a pupoid. Because all dogs are puppers. And I refuse to bend on that. Nope, all dogs are puppers. Alright, we're not gonna buy rugs or anything from Sahara. I mean, who cares anymore? Yeah, who cares? Oh, the statue is real. I do know that. We got an ivory bath mat. Okay, whatever. Hey, Sasha, how you doing? It's really dark out. Okay. Still got our perfect parking lot, which is perfect in every single way. Kind of. Alright, here's the money tree. Okay, there's one fossil. Oh, and it's actually a fossil. Let's see. Anything over here? No. Weeds. I also should clean up the flowers at some point, because they're just a wee bit out of control. Okay, one of these has to be a gyroid. Just speaking statistics. Oh, yeah, oh gosh, yeah, definitely. There we go. Okay. I think there's one fossil and one gyroid left. We're going to chop down the money train. But we're not going to plant the new one. Not yet, anyways. I mean, we could. There's, like, nothing stopping us from doing it. But, yeah, I'm not going to yet. Nothing back here. We're still... Yeah, we're still missing fossils. But we have all the gyro... Huh, we have 5 gyroids? I thought we should have had... Because normally... Right, we had 2... And then 2 spawn in the rain. Unless 3 spawn in the rain, but I thought only 2 spawn in the rain. That normally breaks us net even. And unless I forgot to get rid of some yesterday, which admittedly I don't think I did. Huh. I didn't think I thought I got rid of some gyroids the other day, but maybe I did. Let's inventory management. Put that away. Oh yeah, that's a lot of gyroids. Anything over here? Nope. Again, got to do some flower management, but... Alright, this should be the last fossil. Yeah, I must have forgotten to put gyroids away yesterday, or... Because I don't know how I have so many. Otherwise. Because, yeah, the rest of this all adds up. Gosh, it's so many gyroids. Oh, another weed. And let's take the pipe. Just a tad bit faster, maybe. Oh gosh, don't tell me I'm stuck. Oh, come on. I've literally never had this problem before. Okay, it would have been faster if we hadn't gotten stuck. I don't know why we got stuck there. Like I said, I don't think that's happened before. Alright. Let's assess my fossils. Alright, there we go. I'm trying to decide if I want to sell all those gyroids, because, like, we don't need them. There's nothing, like... Because we have a full collection at this point. I mean, sure, we're missing color types, but color types aren't that big of a deal. But we also do have, like, 1,000 storage space. Oh, Sasha's over here as well. Uh-huh. If I drink Brewster's coffee right before bed, my dreams will be on fast forward. That, you're not supposed to do that. What? What's the... There's a... okay, it must have been a TikTok where he makes the Virgin Jaeger bomb, where he mixes like Monster Energy or Red Bull with Psalm Sleep, which is a melatonin drink, and just sees how fast it will kill you. Yeah, that's got to be a TikTok. Never actually I've done the melatonin. It works well enough. I've never done the Psalm Sleep before. Or I know there's Driftwell as well, which I think Driftwell is PepsiCo, if I remember correctly. I don't know, it's just the prices, man. Like, there's a Pepsi Nitro coming out, which is like Pepsi. It's Pepsi, but it's bottled with nitrogen. And it's like, oh, that's going to be... I'm curious to try that, right? My worry is, or my problem, not my worry, my problem is that I think it's like $3 a can. For the price of like 2 cans, I could get an entire 12-pack of literally any other soda. Yeah, let's sell these gyroids. Yeah, there's no squeakoid in there, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, that still comes out to next to nothing. We got a shelf. Hanging shelf. Yeah, oh wow, nice. And we got an arcade cabinet, an arcade claw machine thing. Crane game. And we have the inferior bathroom. Oh! So, Pokemon... Okay, so, getting to the new stuff. Pokemon announced today that, hey, as part of the... They're putting out a new update. And as part of the new update, Arceus and Darkrai will be available. Arceus is available right now if you have Legends Arceus. So if you own Legends Arceus on Switch, you can get an Arceus. Which I know, right, people have complicated feelings about, should Pokemon do the thing where because you own a previous game, you can get like a rare Pokemon. And I totally get people's complaints about that. As someone who hates event Pokemon, like right now they're running the Shaymin event, I fucking hate that. I hate the Shaymin event. Did I call it Shaymin? Shaymin. That one I actually, like, it's Arceus. I actually do know it's Arceus. Like, in universe, it, like, and I'm not even talking about, like, commercials and stuff like that. Even though Pokemon has no voice acting, in universe, we know it's Arceus. And I can actually explain why. But yeah, I'll talk about that here in a second. But yeah, no, I hate the event Pokemon things. Where it's like, oh, you gotta play Pokemon between these certain dates or you'll never get the events. I've gone on many tirades about it before. I'm not gonna go on another, but just know I hate them. And while I don't think if you have a previous Pokemon, right, where you basically gotta pay $60 to get a Pokemon, right, because, oh, well, you own Legends Arceus, so now you can get Arceus in the new game, or in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. And I know there's some vice versa thing about, in Legends Arceus, you can get a Shaymin if you own, like, Diamond or Pearl, and you can get Darkrai if you own one of the other ones. I know there's some bullshit. And yeah, it's bullshit, but it's not the $50 Mew, and it's not the event Pokemon. It's still bad, but I do think at least owning the game to get the rare Pokemon is better than just playing the game during a certain time, or, paying the $50 bill. Because at least you're getting a game at the same time. It's not like you're just paying, right, you're just buying the $50 bill to get the Mew. No, you're actually getting the Pokemon. You're getting the Pokemon, but it's more of a bonus to, like, a whole other game. Right? It's better. It's still bad, but it's better. Again, I hope the new generation, they just straight up get rid of event Pokemon. They won't, but I wish they would. But yeah, so yeah, Arceus, it's available. Darkrai will be available in April, because Shaymin's still available right now, but, Arceus is available right now, as of the new update, and it seems to not be shiny locked. So, you can grind for a shiny Arceus. Which is cool. Maybe I get a shiny Arceus. Because I did consider grinding for the shinies of Dialga and Palkia. Considered it, didn't do it, but I considered it. So yeah, but so the reason I know it's Arceus and not Arceus, and it's not because Arceus has arse in it, right? Ass, like the British pronunciation of ass. No, it has nothing to do with that. I still will always call it Arceus. That's just how I remember it. Because again, official promotional material went back and forth for years, but recently they have been leaning towards Arceus. But you know but Pokemon doesn't have voice acting. So like there's nothing within the text of the games themselves that specify between Arceus and Arceus. Except for there is in Gen 7. In Gen 7, the Aether Foundation creates Project Arc, A-R-K, which is the thing that creates Type Null. And Type Null / Silvally is supposed to be like a clone of Arceus that is meant to defeat Arceus, right? It uses all of Arceus' powers and everything. Ooh, look at you, not Camo Frog. Actually wearing a mask. You're a doctor, aren't you? But yeah, so there's Project Arc, which creates Silvally, which is supposed to be like a twisted Arceus that's meant to defeat Arceus. And that's how you know it's Arc. Like, that's the in-game piece of evidence that's like, it's supposed to be Arc. Yep. But I still will always call it Arceus. Arceus and Rayquaza. Not Rayquaza. Rayquaza. Like Quasar. It's Hydrocity, not Hydrocity. It's Bokoblin, not Bokoblin. You know, like, I get the Pokemon one. Like, I get where the complication comes from. On some of them, anyways. Not all. Like, Rayquaza is supposed to... It's clearly coming from the word Quasar. Like, it's not called a Quasar. It's a Quasar. But, like, Hydrocity, it's Hydrocity. Bokoblin, it's like Goblin. Not Bokoblin. But, you know... I give all the effort, I give all the credit to people who say it wrong, because they just don't give a shit. Of course, I personally love to switch back and forth constantly. Go back between Rayquaza and Rayquaza. Yeah, that's how I do things. Huh, that's interesting. So, okay, so here's something that happened. As you know, I am very anti-daylight savings time. I fucking hate daylight savings time. And I talked a few days ago about how, right, it's proof that the government is beyond point, it's failing. Right? The fact that the government can't get rid of something that nobody likes is proof that the government's beyond saving. Well, just today, a bill passed in the Senate unanimously. Both full support from Democrats and Republicans, unanimous. Nobody voted it down. It's called the Sunshine Protection Act. And it gets rid of daylight savings time. Will it pass through the House? I don't know. Because I could totally see Republicans just adding on, like, a thing that makes it illegal to teach, like, evolution in schools, and that just kills the bill. Because that's happened before. Right? The tag-alongs. But if, you know, it passed through the Senate unanimously, if it can pass through the House, then yeah, we could get rid of daylight savings time forever. Again, it's not going to happen, because this is, like, the 5th time this has been tried in the past, like, probably, I'm going to say 20 years, because I don't feel confident saying 10. But yeah, this has been tried before, and it has failed on every account. So yeah, and of course, immediately upon this getting announced, it was like, oh, I can't believe the Senate's wasting time getting rid of daylight savings time when they should be focusing on, like, helping out schools or whatever. Like, that was some of the immediate reaction I saw to it. It's like, yeah, the Senate should be focused on schools. But guess what? They don't give a shit about schools because kids can't vote. And as long as kids can't vote, they can do whatever the fuck they want to them because kids can't vote them out of office. I mean, that's not the primary reason schools are underfunded. The primary reason is the military. But that's definitely the tertiary reason. Yeah, no, the Congress doesn't give a fuck about the schools either way. So no. And you know, again, this is a bill that should have no debate. It should just go before the House, do like the obligatory however many minutes, and then just get unanimously passed. It's not going to happen, and it's probably going to get struck down in the House, but this should just be an easy, yep, let's do it, no debate needed, because everybody, not a single person in this country likes daylight savings time. I mean, there are some crazy people who like it. Like, if you told me Joe Biden liked it because, you know, he likes to go bug hunting in the summer and he likes the extra sunlight, I would not be surprised. But, like, nobody likes daylight savings time. But you know somehow Congress is going to fuck this up. Which just proves my point. But yeah, now, okay, I do have one asterisk to this. And that is, this makes daylight savings time permanent. So, right, because there's standard time, and there's daylight time. Or, right, daylight savings time. Which is just, in the standard time is the fall and winter months. In summer, and the daylight time is the spring and summer months. So, instead of getting rid of daylight savings time to make sure it doesn't happen every year, it instead basically just makes it permanent. So we spring our clocks forward on Sunday, and we're just not going to set them back in the fall. Which I don't know if I like that personally, because I know time is completely relative, right? Time doesn't matter. The only thing that, we base our time off of the position of the sun, right? Noon is when the sun's at the height of the sky. And I'm pretty sure daylight savings time throw that off? I don't remember, but I'm assuming it does. And that I do in theory have a problem with. Especially because for 6 months, because while I know other countries like the UK does daylight savings time, and theirs happens in 2 weeks. Like America and the UK don't do it at the same time. But at least, they still do it, so that way everyone's clocks are on, right, eventually are at the same time. But now it's going to be, America's always on summertime, so for 6 months of the year, America's always off? But in theory, that doesn't matter, because time zones are still a thing? Also, what happens to states like Arizona, Alaska, and Hawaii that don't do daylight savings time? Like Hawaii, it doesn't really matter because most people don't even know the time difference between Hawaii and the mainland. I think it's 4 hours between Hawaii and Pacific Standard Time. Alaska is also, is Alaska in 1 or 2 time zones? I don't remember off the top of my head. And then Arizona is, normally it's mountain time. But if this new bill gets passed, that officially changes Arizona's time to Pacific time. Even though Arizona is a mountain state, it will now be on a Pacific time scale, which it currently is at the moment. But that's only because it doesn't do daylight savings time. But no, but even with that, right, even with my problem of I don't think we should stay in summertime, the daylight savings time. I think we should stay in, actual, time. Yeah, it gets darker later in the day. So, who fucking cares? Again, bug collecting. But, you know what? I'll fucking take it. If we get stuck, I think it's stupid and proof that the government will fail on every account. But if the cost of getting rid of daylight savings time is that we're stuck in summertime, so be it. Small price to pay. Is it still sunlight? No, it's not sunlight outside right now. Yeah, it's getting rid of daylight savings time by being stuck in summertime. Small price. So I will take it. Please let this pass. I'm ready to be done with this forever. They're gonna fuck it up because they're the government. I'm the government. I'm the government. I'm the reason nothing works. They're gonna fuck it up. But gosh, I hope it passes. Yep. Gosh, I hope it passes. Alright, we got dirt flooring, which, yeah, okay, we already know what that one looks like. Rock climbing wall. Actually, I don't think we had that one. Don't care about the ivory bath mat, and we know that's real. Huh. You know, I don't get why people like the, you know, so I'm see this thing from Joseph Anderson, where it's, if you had the power to make all gamepads have the same buttons, symbols, and positions from now on, which layout would you choose? Game shape and size is unchanged. So, like, the PlayStation controller would still look like the Switch, the PlayStation controller with the two sticks at the bottom. The Joy-Cons would still be like these square things. It would just be they all have the same buttons. Now, of course, I am preferential to Nintendo, not because I mostly play Nintendo, but because they kind of created the whole modern-day D-pad, gamepad thing, right? A, B, X, Y. That's Nintendo with the SNES. Yeah, SNES. Right, that's their whole thing, because the NES only had 2 buttons, and the Sega Genesis had 3. But looking at this poll, the winner is PlayStation, right? The circle, X, triangle, square. There's probably a better way to say that. And in second place is the Xbox layout, which the Xbox layout is just like a middle, which is, I think, also the Dreamcast layout. But it's just the inverse of Nintendo's layout. So, right, they switch the A and the B, and they switch the Y and the X. And it annoys me when people say Nintendo does it wrong. Of course, I'm not an asshole. I don't leave angry comments. But, it's just like Nintendo created the layout, and then people get mad at Nintendo for doing it wrong when Xbox is the one that switched it. Whatever. But no, yeah, I hear people say that all the time, that Nintendo's the one who does it wrong. Can I just... Okay, I can't pull that tree out. So we need to something. Yeah, I know people like the PlayStation thing, and again, the only real part, I'm fine with the PlayStation layout, because the only complicated part is the X button, which I know, according to PlayStation, it's actually the cross button. Nobody gives a shit. Honestly, it's like GIF and GIF. Yeah, the guy who created it says it's pronounced GIF, but yeah, no, it's GIF. It is GIF. He's wrong. Oh, gosh, I meant to eat it. So the project today, something that's kind of bugged me is the fact that the Money Tree Farm is over on this part of the island. In this area is on this part of the island. Because right here, we have the rocks, right? We have the rocks, the rock garden. So wouldn't it make sense to have the money trees directly across from it? And this area is, I know it was a shopping district kind of thing, but it's also like a festival area. And wouldn't it make sense to have the festival area right next to like the also festival inspired crab rave? It's just something that I always thought made sense. And it was something that I really didn't start thinking about it until the series ended. And then I was like, oh, I should really flip these. And we just didn't get around to it, but I've been thinking about it recently, and I'm like, I should flip these. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna flip these. That's one of the last projects I want to do on the island. At least, I mean, like, it's gonna be weird, definitely, because this is not how things have worked on the island so far. But I wanted to do it at some point. Of course, like, all the pathways and all the entrances are going to be the same. Probably, anyways. Like, we're even going to pull out construction consultation. Yeah, okay, so this isn't... This is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? I guess it's a 10. It's a 10 by 8, 9, 10. It's a 10 by 12 space. Okay. I wanted wood. And at the moment, I'm not changing the layout of anything. Like, everything's going to be the same. It's just I'm moving it over, you know, 10 blocks. So, what else do we have to talk about today? We talked about the Sonic movie trailer. Still excited. I know it shows off the entire movie. I kind of don't care. I'm kind of fine with it. Like, and other thing, like, I know I've made jokes about, like, other movies where it's just like, oh, they gave away the entire movie in the trailer. For some reason in the Sonic movie, I just don't care. Like, yeah. But we did get a trailer for the Ms. Marvel show on Disney Plus that streams June 8th. And I don't know, I have very complicated feelings on it. Because I am actually a fan of Ms. Marvel. I have not read many comic books, but I remember people talking up Ms. Marvel and how good it was. And this was a long time ago. This was God before Civil War II. I think it was around the time of Civil War II. Admittedly, I think I was reading Ms. Marvel like in the lead up to Civil War II when that was happening. Because, you know, Civil War II was all about Captain Marvel versus Iron Man, and when it comes to Kamala Khan and Ms. Marvel, her two mentors are Iron Man and Captain Marvel. Even though she actually gets much better advice from Tony Stark. And, you know, that's kind of what they did to Peter Parker in the MCU. So yeah, nothing simple. But in this show, it's definitely more, she's a superhero fangirl, which is, yeah, okay, that's good. But she's definitely a much bigger fan of Carol Danvers, and again, it's just not, at least from what I've read of the character, it's not really how I think of it, I think of her. But yeah, I think the show, like, on some aspects, I'm like, yeah, this looks like it could be good. On other aspects, I'm like, I don't know if I like this. I will say, when it comes to changing her powers, when they initially revealed they were changing her powers, I was very against it. I like how her powers work. I know it's very like Plastic Man or Mr. Fantastic. That's fine. I like how she uses her powers. I like the whole embiggen thing. That's fun. That's interesting. And it gives her a lot of personality. They changed her powers, though, to be more like Invisible Woman instead, right? They're more like psychic based and like she's creating like energy fields and whatnot. And like, and I'm like if it was just her like using, instead of like turning her arm giant, she instead created like a giant arm. If it was just that, I would be like, yeah, no, this is fine. Right? Like I wouldn't, yeah, I'd be fine with it. But the fact that she's also like creating like platforms out of energy to walk on, she's creating force fields. And I wonder why they changed it up so much. I don't know if we know anything about like behind the scenes drama, but I really do wonder why it was changed up so much, because I just don't see really a reason for them to change it, but I guess they did. I don't know. Alright, let's pull these out. The iron fencing. We could change the color of the iron fencing. Admittedly, that is something I had wanted to do at one point or another. I think we can change the colors of it. Yeah, because I wanted to make it red. I could. God, do we have to do each piece individually, or does it do in stacks of 10? Let's buy some customization kits and we'll find out. Because if I have to do this one by one, this is a fucking nightmare. And God, I hate this game. But I don't think you can customize anything else that stacks, so I guess we'll see. Let's buy a bunch of kits. God, let's basically buy all the kits our money can afford. But yeah, so with the power thing, I'm like, I have complicated feelings on it. I did see, let me pull it up, the exact quote real quick. I did see Comic Drake post about it with a take I liked. Comic Drake. Oh wait, he's Trailer Drake on Twitter. Yep, Trailer Drake, there we go. If it ever loads. Alright, we'll buy one more bit. He pointed out that... Where was it? I don't mind Kamala getting different powers because I like to treat adaptations as their own thing. If the core of the character, i.e. her journey as a young hero, her friends, and her culture are present and well handled, I'm in. Kamala is a very important character to me. Miss Marvel was the first book I actively bought month to month as it came out, and I've read every single issue of her miniseries. I'm not a Miss Marvel fan because I like elastic characters. I'm a fan because I like Kamala. I will say the thing I miss about her powers is the introduction, where she transformed into her idol, and what she thought would make her right, skinny, white, and blonde. Her early journey was learning how to love and be proud of her unique self. Great written stuff. And yeah, no, I totally agree with that take. I think that's a good take on it. Right, that it's not the powers that matter, it's about the character and whether she's going to be well written and, you know, represent her culture and her friends and her thing as a young hero. Like, I haven't read Kamala Khan in a while, I'll admit. I'm very behind on everything. But I know they did the Outlawed event, which is where young heroes were outlawed. And I'm like, oh, that's really interesting. Like, that's got so much potential. But I don't know how much the right detail they go into that. Or I obviously don't oh, okay, it changed them all, wow. Okay, that's nice. But yeah, like, I don't, obviously, I do expect us to eventually get, like, a Young Avengers / a Champions movie. Eventually. Yeah, I want a red fencing. 4. And then we have this one right here. But yeah, I think this is interesting. Like, these changes, because it's how well are they going to represent her culture? And that is a worry I see people have. That, like, just looking at some of this, I'm like, there's definitely elements here, but I don't know how much they're committing to it. Which is, I think, the real concern. Again, the show's not out yet, so we'll see. But I want it to be good, because I do like the character. Gosh, I really should get caught up. Oh gosh, I wonder where my issues are. Because I don't have, like, a shelf where I display my comic book issues. They all go in a box. So, yeah, I should really pull out my box and see where I left off. Because, yeah, I do want to read the Outlawed event. That sounds... Because the only time... Like, I'm not... Because while I have read Marvel Comics, I'm much more of a DC person. Like, I care way more about DC and, like, Batman and whatnot. So, yeah, I've never, like, actively read, most Marvel I have read is event comics. Like, I know I've read non-event comic stuff before, but I mostly read event comics. Alright, that looks good. Now, in theory, before we had this thing down at the beach to, like, and it was off-center, in theory, we can fix this now and put this on-center. But yeah, so the trailer, it looks... I just hope it's good. Like, the trailer I have kind of mixed feelings about, but, you know, I want it to be good. I want it to live up to the character. God, I should really read more of the character. God, I'm so far behind. I'm so far behind on everything. You know... Yeah, damn that Civil War 2, man. Like, I didn't stop reading Miss Marvel after Civil War 2, but it definitely made me hesitant. Just because it's just because I didn't like Civil War 2. Oh, hey Pookie, how are you doing? I haven't even been looking over at chat. Sorry. We've been talking about Miss Marvel. Were these tightly spaced together? I don't think so. No, they still had a space between them. And the reason I'm moving everything over, like, manually by hand like this is because I'm Cousin Pietro, is because I don't want to like, pick things up and have to move them. I think this is easier in theory. Oh, nice. VR chat. Is VR... Do you have to own VR to play VR chat? I know that might sound like a dumb question, but I don't honestly know. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it just me? Does this look off? Okay, where did I have this before? Just a PC. Okay, so I kind of had it. I must have had it on the line. Yeah, I've heard. I know, like, people really like VR chat, and, like, they do fun stuff in it. And I've kind of been curious, but I always was like, oh, don't you need VR to do that? And admittedly, I've wanted to mess around with VR. I wanted to get a PlayStation VR, but those just aren't that easy to get. At least not anymore. Oh gosh, was this again? Gosh, this is what I get for not paying attention. I don't know if that was against it or just right up to it. Oh, there was a shooting star. I just have a basic laptop. It lags all the time, but it still works. Need a PC. Same here. I also need a gaming PC. But graphics cards are impossible to get. Like, oh my gosh. It's a freaking nightmare to get a graphics card nowadays. And that sucks. It sucks how hard it is to get a graphics card. I mean, I've considered entering, I think, like, Newegg does, like, a lottery every few weeks to raffle them off, and I've considered, like, entering those. But so far, I haven't done anything. Okay, that seems right to me. But yeah. And I was just talking the other day about, like, with PCs, I don't care for, like, I know people like the RGB lights and, like, oh, I want my PC to light up rainbow colors and I want a rainbow keyboard. That's not for me. That style just isn't for me. I don't like the excessive RGB lights. It's just not my style. Yeah, those gamer keyboards that light up. Even though, I don't know, people really like those mechanical keyboards. I've never used one, but I know people really do like them. Alright, let's pick up all of these fences. So we should be able to customize these red now. And I wonder how long... I'm glad I can do them in stacks. Like, could you imagine if I had to do them one at a time? Oh my gosh, that would be the biggest nightmare ever. Yeah, hopefully I can do all... Unless you can do it in, like, groups of 10. But I wouldn't matter with that. But yeah, so other than lag, VR chat's fine. Because yeah, I have been curious. Like, I've seen some funny clips out of VR chat. But I also that's where the whole Ugandan Knuckles thing was, and I could see that getting really annoying really quick. It's pretty chill, honestly. Yeah. Oh, God. I have also seen some cursed stuff out of VR chat. Oh my gosh, yeah, I have. Now that I think about it for like more than 2 seconds. Is this 2 forwards? Or should it be like this with... No. It was right the first time. It just looks uneven at the moment. I wonder if I should move all this stuff over by 1. And maybe down 1 as well. I don't know, we'll see how it looks when it's all together. Are these booths down 1? Yeah, ooh, that's interesting. Hey, Coco. Buying an outdoor table. Oh, okay, so we took a table off her hands. Oh, really? Oops. Alright, I'll just build like 2 or 3 fences over here. Because now what we can do is we can officially build these out like this. goes one more out. Okay, let's move over everything else, shall we? Okay, we can actually just pick up this and this. We can put the we can just put the barbecue grill down. And we can put the trash can right here. And now we can move over these. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if this is any faster than just picking everything up and placing it back down where it should be. But I'm going to pretend it is. Yeah, I think that's where we want it. Yeah, no, that's right. This I can just straight up pick up, because that doesn't require much moving. Anything else we have to talk? Oh, so, what's the development studio? The Initiative. I guess a report came out about the Initiative, because they're doing a game called they're doing the reboot of Perfect Dark. Perfect Dark was, for those who don't know, Perfect Dark was a video game originally made by Rare back in the N64 days that hasn't had a game in a while. Because, you know, Rare's been doing like Sea of Thieves and Viva Pinata and whatnot. But people liked Perfect Dark back in the day. Of course, people will always love GoldenEye more, even though Perfect Dark was technically the better game. And Perfect Dark is technically in Smash Bros, but that's only on a technicality. Like, not in any official sense, but it is technically in Smash Bros. Just not... There's an asterisk there. But yeah, so they're working on the Perfect Dark reboot. But it seems like things aren't going well at the Initiative. They've been hemorrhaging staff. And over the past, like, 12 months, they've just been losing a bunch of senior staff. So it's not going too well for the Initiative. And, like, as long as, like, I don't, from not perfectly, like, there seems to be, like, complications on, like, the way the project should go. Like, oh, how should the Perfect Dark reboot actually, like, play? And I get, right, that seems to be an issue, and usually stuff like that's an issue with management. 4... 5? That might have to go out one more. Yeah, usually stuff like that's an issue with management. Like, usually that's something management does. So that might be a problem, but, and like, I don't know how, admittedly, I didn't fully read the report, so I don't know, like, how abusive things are, if things were abusive at all. But the sense I do get is that it has a lot to do with COVID. Because the Initiative, as a studio, was formed under COVID restrictions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this seems so much lower. Maybe I did it for space. Because, yeah, now that seems more even. Even though, again, I swear this looks... maybe it's fine. But yeah, so part of it seems to do with COVID. Because the Initiative, as a studio, was basically formed under COVID. Oh, yeah, sure. So, as a studio, they were formed under COVID. Most of this Perfect Dark game's development time has been under COVID. So yeah, and like already the stresses of COVID is enough to like really hurt a studio, right? That already causes some massive issues. So like I totally see how like that could like make a new studio even like harder to function. I totally see where that could create problems. So yeah, I get those struggles. Definitely. Oh yeah, this is... I forget the entrance to the rock area is 3 wide instead of 2. Yeah. Yeah, I do. Oh god, I just remembered that. I do think the red fences aren't bad, though. Again, that's what I originally wanted to do, but fence customization wasn't in the game. Let's grass it up. But yeah, that's a new report that came out today. I was actually excited for the new Perfect Dark. Like, I think the new Perfect Dark has a lot of potential to be, like, again, in theory, but this isn't right. Things, right now, I'm more hesitant. Again, just make sure the staff that are still there has good working conditions. That's what matters. Oops. Oh, what is, I was looking for, maybe Greg Miller talked about it. I was looking for a take on the initiative stuff, but I can't find what I'm looking for. Maybe Greg Miller retweeted it. Either Greg or Blessing. I'll check both of them real quick. And see, now, because of this changeover, we no longer have to worry about the weird lopsided beach thing. It's now perfectly in the middle, even though that will take some time to get used to. Even though there is the beach still technically connects, like, because the old entry spot was, like, right here. Right? It was right here. And to be fair, I was always kind of a fan of the lopsidedness. Like, I think it held a certain charm to it. I wonder, technically we don't need as much space this time around. Because, like, part of the reason this was, like, a 4-prong thing before was because it needed to connect to the top, it needed to connect to the new area, or to the market festival area. I don't remember what I called this area before. Did I call it the market area? Because, right, it does kind of remind me of, like, a swap meet or a flea market or whatever. I'm now officially renaming it the festival area, which is this area right here and Crab Rave. All of them fall under the purview of the festival area. Yep, that's the new official name. Let me see. Did Greg Miller talk about it? Come on. Okay, let's check Blessing. Oops. Nope, I don't see anything from Blessing either. Nope, nothing. But yeah, there was... I saw some good take on it today, and I just can't find it. Yeah, I just can't find it. Huh. I know with enough time I could find it. Yeah. But yeah, in theory, I don't need this pathway down anymore. I mean... No, because that cuts right there. No, that'd be too tight. Let me do this first. Yeah, no, that just, like, I could do that, but that would just be too tight. God, I'm either going to have to make more spooky fencing, or see if I have any in storage. I have no idea. Yeah, I remember when the island first started, I had such dreams of a shopping district for this island. Like, that was one of my original plans, was to make, like, a shopping district. Because, yeah, sure, at the time the game launched, there was just Nookling's Cradle and the Able Sisters. But I knew, like, oh, in future updates, they're gonna add Kix. They're gonna... Like, right now, Kix is a stall. But, oh, in the future, they're gonna add new stuff, like Brewster and Kix and... maybe even Leaf, right? They're gonna add new stuff. And then they never did. I mean, technically they did on Harv's Island, but it's not the same thing. Yeah, it was always kind of a shame, because yeah, I had such plans for that. And that's part of the reason why this was like a shopping district area that eventually, you know, became something else. Yeah, we're gonna have to see. I think I have more spooky fencing. Because, yeah, we have a weird number of it, and usually fencing is in packs of 10. Yeah, I think the spooky fencing looks nice. Like, I know it's pumpkin-themed, but I like the iron. That's not like the iron fence we have next to it. Right? It feels more like a garden fence. At least that's my perception of it anyways. Sahara, I need you to scoot out of the way. Alright, we gotta work fast to trap Sahara on the beach. Yeah, we're gonna need 2 more. Alright, let's go see if I have 2 more of these fences. Again, I think I should. Gosh, I don't know why I can't find that. Okay, what are all these presents? Socks. We don't need the customization kits anymore. It is, in theory, it's nice to have a bunch of extra customization kits, because I know I was running low. Staff uniform. And a metal and wood chair. Where are fences? Are they in... They must be in other. I don't know where else they would be. Yeah. Oh, we had more of these just in case we needed them. But yeah, we have more spooky fences. We also have tons of other stuff as well. Oh, fuck. That's nothing we gotta worry about. Let's get these last 2 fences in place. And let's replant our money trees. I have no idea what order I picked them up in. I'm going to guess, just based on how things are, that this... Oh, wait. Medium young, small young, large, and nurse. I'm going to guess nursery is first. Then small young. Oops. Then medium young. Oops, no, that's large young. And then finally... large. Alright, that seems good. So yeah, this is one of the things that I've been waiting to do forever now. And finally it happened. We just switched this and this. It's technically not like a major change or anything. It's a small change, but it's a change I like. I'm wondering, do I extend the festival area down to? I could. But admittedly, one of the things I liked about it is that you can basically see the entire thing. But it would be nice. I know I've had this discussion before. And I think this is the part that complicates it, is that little bit right there. I kind of wish we could mess with the beach. Right? And we could, like, fix this thing. But yeah. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, like, this isn't even a special tree or anything. Oh god, we gotta get... Tomorrow we'll get rid of these. But yep, the festival area is now... Because yeah, it just makes sense to have this and this connected. At least in my opinion. And like to have this closer to this. Because while we don't do the rocks... We haven't done the rocks in probably 400 days. But I think it's good to have them like near one another. Okay, probably not 400, but you know... It's been a year at least. All right, let's close out construction consultation. So yeah, tomorrow we'll do a bit of cleanup. Not much, but we'll do a bit of cleanup. But yeah, this is one of the this is literally one of the last things I had to do. So looking at my list of things to do for Animal Crossing, the only thing left is there's 2 things left. One is to finish the museum paintings. And the other one I'm not going to say, because we might do it on, like, Friday. Maybe earlier than that, but probably Friday. But yeah, there are only... We might. I'm not making any promises. There are only 2 things left. So, yeah, we're almost done. Now, I have considered making some changes now that this is a festival area. Like, I have considered making some, like, changes. But I'm not going to put anything, like, for certain right now. I'm just considering it. Again, we've got... There are, 5 days left? Yeah, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Yeah, 5 days left. Series is almost over. We are almost done. It's over, isn't it? Almost. You know what I forgot comes out Friday? The Mario Kart DLC. I saw a tweet talking about it, and I was like, oh yeah, that's Friday. Ooh, am I interested in the Mario Kart DLC? Man, it's Mario's Kart. Who doesn't like Mario's Kart? Mario Race Cars. But yeah, that's just a few days away. yeah, we've remodeled the house. We redid the basement. We did the bathroom. We did the festival area. We did the farm. We redid Fruit Island again, kind of. Yeah, the bathroom's nothing special, but it's not bad either. It's okay. It's okay. But yeah, there's only a few things left to do on the island. And yeah, one of them is finish the museum, and that's clearly never going to happen. Like, as much as I want that to happen, that's just never going to happen. So yeah, we're basically done. I mean, again, we're still going to do stuff for the next few days, but it's not, this was one of the last projects I had. Not the last, but one of them. I don't know. I've been thinking about it, like what I want to do. And then, I still haven't even started working on the finale yet. I know exactly what I'm going to do. God, I really should get started on that. Maybe I'll stream early tomorrow, and so maybe I can start working on the finale right afterwards. That's not going to happen, but it'd be nice if it did. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, no, I think switching them around, at least in my opinion, it works better. I don't know. I could see the argument against it, but I'm happy we did it. Now everything's nice and symmetrical. God, should I clean up those blue flowers? They've kind of grown out of control. Well, yeah, and it's always nice to see you here, Pookie. It's always cool to have you around. I like your art on Twitter. Or on the Discord, I mean. I've been seeing... I know I haven't really responded much to it, but I like it. I just want you to know that. Yeah. It's nice. Yeah, I like your... oh god, am I gonna get the character's name wrong? God, I'm gonna get the character's name wrong. Bakugo? Nah, I'm pretty sure it's Todoroki. But still. Yeah. Gosh, see, I'm not cut up on My Hero. As long as it's not Mirio. I hate Mirio. Okay, I don't hate Mirio. Yeah. Yeah, there's Deku Scrub, King Explosion Man, and Todoroki. I just don't like Mirio. I just don't find him as that interesting. There's technically nothing wrong with him. Like he's a Superman style paragon. In theory, I should like that. And I know after is it a spoiler? Has it? God, when did that arc air? When did the Mirio arc air? Was that like... Because I remember reading the manga when that was happening. And I haven't read the manga in years, and I know the anime is far beyond the manga. I don't think it's a spoiler when Mirio loses his powers. And I hate... One of my biggest pet peeves in all of media is when like the third X-Men movie, when like there's a plot that involves characters losing their powers, potentially permanently. I just hate that trope so much because I've only ever seen it done well once, and that's with the webcomic Unordinary. Other than that, I usually hate when like characters lose their powers, and Mirio just that wasn't doing it for me. God, and that was the last time I read the manga. I haven't read it since. I haven't watched the anime since, the second season? Yeah. Yeah, now the two people that hang out with Mirio, the emo guy and the girl, they're fine. Yeah, they were cool. But yeah, I don't know, there was just something about Mirio that just never really sat well with me. And yeah, I like the guy's powers, because, right, he's the one who eats things, and, like he would eat Zucker, and he would get, like, an octopus arm, right? Like, that's actually a pretty cool power. You're watching Hunter x Hunter again. Yeah, I've actually never seen Hunter x Hunter. It's always been on my list of things to watch. I haven't watched anime in like a month. I think the last thing I watched was, I don't remember. I've been much more on a manga kick recently, actually. I picked up some manga a little while ago, and that's actually been pretty good. I picked up, let me find it real quick. Give me a second. It's called, I want to get the name right. Let's see here. My lovey-dovey wife is a stone cold killer. It's a romance manga where this guy is married to a hit woman. And it's really cute and really wholesome. I don't know why I picked it up. I think someone recommended it to me. And I was like, oh, this is really good. This is really cute. The build-up in the relationship between them. Yeah, I know Hunter x Hunter is good. I just need to watch it at some point. I'm so behind in everything. College is keeping me busy, man. But I'm almost to spring break. And then I get a few days to relax. And then it's right back to it. Yeah, this is where I'm going to end off for tonight. I don't know when I'm streaming tomorrow. But yeah, maybe earlier in the day, because I want to work on the finale. But I might not. I might say, God, I'm going to do the finale in like 2 days. Admittedly, the original season finale, series finale, I did in 3 days. So, and this new one's a lot less ambitious. Like, I don't have to create like 30 sets for it. God, I did the original finale in 3 days. I had so much more time back then. No, seriously, I worked like nonstop for like 3 days. I've been considering posting it to TikTok. Yeah, I've been considering posting the original finale to TikTok. Just to see if it'll get any views there, but I haven't done anything yet. Because I know TikTok's the big new platform, and everyone uses TikTok. Yeah. But yeah, have a good night, Pookie. I'll see you hopefully sometime in the future. Yep, TikTok. Yep. Lovely day. You too. And with that, hope you all enjoyed. Stay tuned for more. Till next time. Peace. 5 days remain.